Okay, so we had the Raw after WrestleMania. My first thought is, where was this crowd during WrestleMania? This crowd was super into whatever the crowd felt like doing. So we begin with John Cena coming down, talking about how cool it is to be John Cena, re-debuting his old "The Champ is Here" shirt with the new belt logo on it. Booker T tells him that his number one contender is The Rock, but The Rock's not there because he has an abdominal injury. Then Henry comes out, leading to a match later on that night between Henry and John Cena. If Henry wins, he gets to take on John Cena for the title. Ironically, the crowd, being a super smart crowd, begins chanting "sexual chocolate." John Cena kind of goes, "I think they want to have sex with chocolate." And then the "feed me more" chants start. And they're like, I guess now they want more? So John did a pretty good job when it came to kind of playing with the crowd a little bit. He even did a heel turn in the ring to kind of play with the crowd. All in all, not bad. It just went on kind of long. Big E and Langston took on Daniel Bryan. Nice match, solid match with outside interference and Big E getting the pinfall. Overall, pretty decent match. They did a return match from the pre-show of WrestleMania between Barrett and The Miz. And Barrett won to become the new IC champion. Not a bad match. There was a botch during the Lethal Combination from The Miz, which the crowd lit into them about making that mistake. Lots of recaps when it came to what happened on WrestleMania, which you expect for the show after WrestleMania. The 6-man tag where it was Cobra and R-Truth versus 3MB. Kind of a bland match. You know, you knew 3MB was going to lose. Santino hits a Cobra, 1, 2, 3. 3MB is on their massive losing streak and continues. Sheamus wanted to challenge Big Show. Orton wanted to challenge Big Show. Which then led to those two having a match. With the crowd super not into this match. They're doing the wave, doing random chants. Show comes down, attacks both of them. There's a huge thank you Show chant. And Show just demolishes Randy Orton. Just flat out just demolishes him. You know, it was sick to watch. It was just ridiculously over the top. It was actually really fun to watch. They did the match that was supposed to be, for WrestleMania, the 8-person intergender tag match, with tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls pretty much just steamrolling through the team of Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins. Really didn't do much to add to what should have been a pretty solid match. It just kind of got destroyed. Taker came down to the ring to talk about, you know, beating CM Punk and all this and that. Then the Shield came down, which then prompted Daniel Bryan and Kane to come down. Super awesome standoff. You know, I think the Brothers of Destruction and Daniel Bryan versus the Shield would probably be the biggest test for the Shield. Period. Just period. Fandango began to have matches against Kofi Kingston. This is when the crowd really took on a life of its own. Jericho comes down and attacks Fandango. So the crowd starts getting into Jericho attacking them. And then the crowd begins to hum Fandango's theme song and dance to it. It's all begins da 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 da. And when they pan to the crowd, a good like third of them are dancing and humming along to it. To the point that JBL, Michael Cole, and the King actually had to acknowledge all of the bizarre random chants, whether it was the Dino Bravo chants. When Show came down and attacked Sheamus and Orton, he threw chairs into the ring. The chairs on wheels, the one that I sit on. And the crowd began to chant one more chair, because there's one more chair to try to throw into the ring. Just super bizarre, smart crowd. Made it an undeniably entertaining Raw to watch. Del Rio took on Swagger and Zeb Coulter in a handicap match. Pretty much as identical to the match they had last night. Just a little bit shorter. Del Rio wins, but his ankle is super beat up. Cue Ziggler. Crowd just goes ape poopy. And it was just crazy. Ziggler beats him and becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. And then cuts a ridiculous promo afterwards, you know. He's been too damn good for too damn long. And that he deserves this. And it's about damn time. It's just really short, sweet, to the point. Perfect heel, you know, ego trip for winning the title. Beautiful. Worked well. The match between John Cena and Mark Henry was kind of bland. John Cena wins by countout. I know. Then Mark Henry begins to attack John Cena a little bit. Ryback comes out and makes the save. Just helps get Henry out of the ring. Helps John get up. And then all of a sudden lets John go to the corner and celebrate. Waylays John with a big clothesline. Hits him with shell shock. Grabs the belt. Crowd starts chanting, "Feed me more." Like the one time that Vince was able to get the crowd in the palm of his hand. And it was Ryback after destroying John Cena and then holding the title. If it would have had a regular crowd, this Raw would probably have had just the two crazy moments of Ryback attacking John Cena, Ziggler cashing in. But since the crowd was so ridiculous and over the top, it was an amazing Raw to watch. Just for the crowd chanting, there was like Dino Bravo or Randy Savage. Random chants. And then they start dancing to Fandango's theme song, which they then begin to hum in unison while doing the wave. It was just an absolutely amazing experience, just from the way the crowd reacted.